From the very first ride, I work on teaching the horse to respond to pressure from the outside rein and outside leg. In order to get your horses to where they steer flawlessly without you having to fight them the whole time, you need to learn to push them where you want them to go instead of pulling them there. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to teach your horses to steer, as well as my process for introducing neck reining. So we just recently started this young colt, and he has very little work on his steering, which is going to be great to show you guys how I troubleshoot some of the issues we're going to run into. And what I want to point out right away is that when it comes to neck reining and steering, it's pretty much the same thing for me. From the very first ride, I work on teaching the horse to respond to pressure from the outside rein and outside leg. In order to get your horses to where they steer flawlessly without you having to fight them the whole time, you need to learn to push them where you want them to go instead of pulling them there. And I recently did another video on this on a horse that's a little bit more broke, so I could walk you guys through the process a little bit faster. But so many people need to see these beginning steps, because as you know, often when you go to search for a problem that you're dealing with on YouTube, then you'll look it up, maybe how to do lead changes or something, and this finished reiner will come out there and the guy will say, just push the hip over right here and stand the shoulder up and just lope across here and push that hip over, and the horse just pops into the correct lead, and it makes it look real flawless. And so you understand the mechanics of it, but we never actually get to where we see the holes and the struggles in that process, and I want to show you guys those steps. All right, so I'm just kind of wandering around here a little bit, getting my horse to where he's guiding off that inside rein, but now we're going to get right down to business. So the number one thing you guys need to remember is to always work on one side at a time. Don't go left and right, then left and right. If you pick your left side, we're going to go left a few times, turn left, leave the horse alone, left again, wait for that horse to step across, leave the horse alone, go left again, leave the horse alone. This is a forward motion maneuver, and if your horse stalls out or stops, you need to get the momentum back in the feet, okay? Don't let your horse stall out there. He needs to be walking at a good pace. There needs to be impulsion in his feet for this to work. The next thing you guys need to pay attention to is exactly what my hands are doing. This is very, very important. What most people do when they try to steer a horse is to take the inside rein, and the horse doesn't guide across. The shoulder will keep blowing out that way while they're trying to pull the nose this way, so they just pull harder and harder and harder and harder, but it never actually gets control of the shoulder here. All right, what I want you guys to do here, take the inside rein, really exaggerate it. I bring it out. I never bring it past here. You never notice it come back to my hip. It's out in front of my knee. I shorten that rein if I have to. You can see this right here. I guide out across here, about parallel with my knee, and then I set up the outside rein there, push it across, and again, I don't cross over here like this with the outside rein, okay? I maintain that pressure right there, set the horse up, keep him moving, and then push him through with my outside leg. This is the important part. So the horse is set on this nice little bend right here. He knows where to go. He knows how to get there. And now I'm going to use my leg, which is the gas pedal, and push that outside leg across and swing the horse over to the left. All right, we'll do it again. Get the horse in position. Take hold of his nose. I'm not going to drag him over there. Get the outside rein where I want to push him, and then use my gas pedal, outside leg, to push the horse across. And there we have a really nice turn. Good job. All right, again, set him up, push him through. Wait, there we go. This horse is giving me some really, really nice steps, and obviously this is not his first time working on it. He has minimal training with this, but he has enough to understand how to get off the outside leg just a little bit, okay? So what I'm pointing out by saying that is when you start working on this with a horse who's never done any sort of training on the steering whatsoever, you want to be a little bit more forgiving. You're going to set up, and you're going to have to wait a lot longer until that horse steps across just a little bit, and you're going to have to accept less. So when I first got on this horse, when we first started him, what steering might have looked like is a little bit more like that. That's the most I would ask for, and that's even was very generous of him, okay? Ask him to step across, wait till I feel that shoulder, step under my inside rein, and release. I don't wait for a big move. I'm not looking for the turnaround right now. I'm not looking for the horse to make a big exaggerated move to the left. Just a little bit where that horse's body aligns, you feel everything get straight, he drives from the hip, and that shoulder steps underneath your inside rein and inside stirrup. I'll do it again. I'm trying to do this to where you guys right there can see this from that camera angle. Good job. All right, But again, very, very, very important to remember that you set the horse up, push him through, set him up, push him through. We lost momentum there. I'm going to step him back up, set him up, push him through, leave him alone. Always go back to center. Your release is very important. Set him up, wait, 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 push him through. But notice that I never pull harder when we're working on that, okay? That's something that I have to explain over and over again to people, because our natural tendency as humans is to set them up and we feel like nothing's happening, so then we want to just pull harder and harder to try and get a result. Horses work best when you set them up and let them find it. Set them up and let it find it. I can't say that enough. This exercise is pretty much only going to work if you figure out how to set them up and let them find it, okay? And often, even if you are consciously trying to do that, our bodies fight us on that. So you'll think that you set them up and left your hands here, but so often then people start creeping over and over and over, further and further, and this horse is trying to be good. He's trying to do what I want him to, but most of the time it won't work that way. Your horse will give up on you because you're asking too much of him. All right, set him up, push him through with the outside leg. Excellent. Good job. Set him up, push him through with the outside leg. And immediately go back to neutral, okay? Once again, set him up, push him through with the outside leg. Awesome. Okay, so once they're pretty consistent with this at a walk, then we'll bring them up to a trot and then a lope. It works the same at all gaits. You're just gonna want to repeat the process. It's okay. This horse is a little feely, a little goosey, and that's okay. A lot of that's gonna iron out as time goes on. Set my hands up. Wait for him to step across. Do you see how that shoulder is swinging every single time, okay? This horse isn't, I'm not pulling my inside rein and dragging that horse around. See how that shoulder's still blowing out to the outside there? That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for the hip to drive, the horse's body to get aligned, and for that shoulder to step under the inside rein like that. It's okay. You're fine. Just gently ease him back up to a trot here. I'm not sure what he saw. There we go. All right, we'll go to the left. Good job. Very nice. So he kind of fell in there a little bit. He dove to the inside and sped up. Not exactly what we want, but he did answer my outside rein and outside leg. When your horse dives to the inside like that, what you want to do is take your inside rein, lift it a little bit to stand that shoulder up, and use your inside use your inside leg to lift the rib cage as well. Okay, step him over there. We want to wait and be patient. You want the horse to step around cleanly and calmly, not just dive to the inside and go really fast, okay? Keep that in mind as well. Don't pick on too many things at a time, because we want these horses to feel like they can make us happy. All right, so obviously, as we work on this, what this steering allows us to do is, for one, to teach the horse to respond to the outside rein. So in the future, here in a couple months, when I start riding him one-handed like this, or start teaching him to ride one-handed, when I bring that rein across, notice how he's already trying to respond to it a little bit? That's gonna help you immensely there. So neck reining starts from day one. It's not something that you start teaching your horse later. It ties in with the steering from the very beginning. All right, and then the next thing that this allows us to do is to start working on that horse's spin. And I'm not gonna go into detail here. We have other videos that talk about this, and I'll link them below, but I want to show you guys just how effective this process is when you've done it consistently at the walk and the trot for teaching the horse to start stepping around in the turn. There, we got a couple steps at a turn. I'm going to walk him out. There we go. Again, maintaining impulsion there. Step him up. All right, set him up, push him through. Wait, wait, wait. There it was. Again, catch him and walk him out. I don't ask for too much at a time. 1 or 2 steps is the maximum I'm going to ask for. And we want to maintain impulsion. If you feel the horse stall, step him back up again. All right, you're not going to get your turn going by having to stall that horse. He's not really going as fast as I want off the outside leg. There it was. That's why I kept asking there. He wasn't really giving me what I needed off the outside leg. I was pulling him around more than I was pushing him, and I needed to push him through a little bit more. All right. And what I want you guys to pay attention to, again, we talk about this in our spin videos. We're not waiting for this outside leg to cross over. We're waiting for the inside leg to step. We're waiting for the reach, okay? Always pay attention to the reach. This inside leg needs to reach across. It's not about this outside leg crossing over, okay? If you teach that inside leg to reach and follow your rein, you're gonna have no problem getting that horse to cross over naturally. But if you focus on the crossover, then things will just get clumsy and out of control. There that was, very, very nice. Okay, I'll leave him alone on that side there. We'll work on the right just a little bit. Once again, tighten this down a little bit. There it was, good job. Kind of stalled there at the wrong footstep, but that's okay. We'll get it on the next one. Get him around here. Wait. There. And then step him out with impulsion. Get him soft on that inside rib cage because he keeps wanting to get straight and flat and fall in there. Step him around. Again, a lot of outside leg. I'm not pulling harder, I'm pushing harder. Good job. One more time. There, he's like, what can I do to make this end sooner? There we go. Attaboy. That's excellent. He was really hunting for that one. Now I'm going to bring him back up to trot and just show you guys how much more cleaned up that is. Just ever so lightly, reach my reins across. Look at that horse swing so beautifully right there. That was flawless, okay? Again, reach my reins across. He's not really answering me. Push him through with my leg and leave him alone. Reach those reins across ever so lightly. Barely had to do anything with my leg, and that horse's shoulder swung across perfectly. All right, so that's how you start the neck reining process and teach your horses to steer flawlessly. I hope this video has been helpful, and we'll see you in the next one.